Hello, hello, everyone. Nice to see you today. We're going to be talking about how to clarify your message and sound different from everyone else in your market. So, if you're here with me today, say hi. I'm Heather. If you don't know who I am, I help service based entrepreneurs set up their business system so that they can have time and money freedom to do what they love to do. It's one thing to have a lot of time and you're don't have a lot of money to do what you want to do, and then there's another thing to have, be working super hard, making lots of money, but just not have that time to enjoy it. So when setting up a business, most people want that freedom, that flexibility. And then also, since we're all trained to be workers in our society, right? We're all taught, our friends, our family, our television, everybody that surrounds us teaches us how to be workers, right? Our whole society is based on that. Go to school, get good grades, work, 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 do, do, do. So what happens is when most people go to start a business, they've never been taught that before. They've always been taught to be a worker. So what ends up happening is they go and create a job for themselves because they just don't know, the proper systems or what to put in place in order to be able to create that strong foundation, that framework to get the right people, finding them, calling them, and paying them consistently. And also, the foundation to scale from, right? So it's consistent. So it's growing and growing and growing. I just want to make sure, hopefully you guys can hear me. Say hi in the chat if you can hear me or in the comments. And also, if you're here live, you could put hashtag live. And if you're here watching the replay, if you could put hashtag replay, that would be awesome. And also feel free to add any questions in the comments, either here live with me or after the replay as well. We're always we'll get notified and we can answer those questions for you. So back to the subject at hand, how to clarify your message and sound different from everyone else in your market, right? You're probably an expert or have some expertise, and you have some expertise in something, right? Or your service-based business. Hey, and also if you're here with me live, you could put your name because I can't see your name too. If you want me to know your name and say hi back, you need to put your name too. So welcome. But anyway, you probably have some sort of expertise or something that you've created this business around, maybe a certification or a bunch of certifications, right? And now you want to have this business. And there's probably a lot of competition in your market. It's very rare that what you're doing has never been done before. Hi, Kelly. And but how do you stand out? How do you stand out and get them to go to you versus going, to somewhere else, to that competition? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So if you have or want to have a profitable service-based business, that means you provide a service for people. Let me walk you through what it takes for you to clarify your message and nail your niche. And when I say niche, I mean your ideal client, right? You don't need to be looking around and trying to imitate what everybody else is saying or doing. Believe that your unique message is bound to resonate with a specific audience, and you just need to learn, to target them with your marketing, right? Your messaging, right? You should be able to have clarity around how to communicate the value of what you're offering effectively. And in order to do that, there's specific words that you're going to need to know, right? In order to communicate that value effectively. All right. That really deeply resonates with them to get them to take action to ultimately buy. And I walk my clients through these specific exercises to uncover that, to go deep into the psychology of their ideal clients to uncover those words. Okay. There's a formula for doing that. So anyway, but your messaging, it should be as simple as these three things. Okay. One, why you? Two, why do you want to help them? Right. And three, how do you help them? Okay. And what that means is, first, let's tackle why you. Okay. So establish we call it the unique selling proposition, right? Your USP. So this means that you'll identify your strengths, your expertise, and your skills that differentiate you from your competitors. Okay. How do you bring in your unique perspective, your own angle to that topic, that you're an expert in? Okay. And what you're an expert at, and find what you're really good at and how it helps clients. Think about what you do better than others, like a special way of solving problems or achieving results. Okay. It could be a unique approach, a specialized technique, or a deep understanding of a particular industry. And you can also include your success, okay? Your personal story, your skills, your steps, and what you stand for, or what your advocacy is. Okay. For example, like as a business coach, right, I can highlight specific case studies that demonstrate my ability to deliver outstanding results for my clients. Okay. You can share your personal story and explain why you care so much about helping your clients. But the thing is, too, I want you to keep in mind is don't overdo it. Like don't always be talking about yourself and your and why you and specialize you. Like people don't really care about it, but it can help. Okay. It's not the main thing though that's going to make you stand out. That's why there's three things. Okay. So when you create a mix of those pieces of information, you then showcase what makes you completely different from everyone else out there. Okay. And then on top of that, you need to understand how to bring in that unique perspective into the content that you're sharing to your audience. There's a special way of doing it. And this is where your ability to express your ideas and share those powerful pieces of information come into play. So, for example, when I do these Facebook Lives, okay, I show up in the same energy and tone of voice and overall look as I would show up during a client call or even when I go out with friends or whatever, right? So, what I'm trying to say to you is this is like the real me, the real Heather. It's the authentic me on camera. Like you wouldn't see me any differently in person. Like I just show up as myself, right? And I bring my unique experiences. I'm very clear on what those are. I'm very certain on what they are. And that brings like a confidence, right? An automatic confidence on when I show up for these things, right? As myself. And it's like you can take it or leave it. And yes, there's haters out there that are constantly chiming in here and there. And sometimes I respond and sometimes I don't. Depends on my mood, depends on how much time I've got. But basically it's my unique self, right? Like I'm not doing some show and dance or whatever, like and showing off my all my goodies and all that stuff. I mean, I'm in my office. It's very simple. I'm not like all made up and dolled up or whatever. Like it's authentic, it's who I am, and it's fine. It's like you don't need to have all that song and dance. Um, I know that my unique experiences, my knowledge, and my expertise, and what I know works and what doesn't work, right? And all of that, I don't hold back when it comes to sharing what I know, okay, and what I've learned based on my experiences, because those are exactly the things that make my perspective unique. Okay, so master the art of crafting a compelling narrative that showcases your journey, showcases your values and your mission. Okay. Another example is you can share a personal story about how you overcame the challenges in your business, okay, which highlight your authenticity and your relatability. Does that make sense? So now let's go on to the next one. Okay, the next important element of your message, the second one is who do you help? Okay, this is so important. Okay, you're not most likely like Pepsi and Coca-Cola with this unlimited marketing budget where that you can just blanket market to everyone for like brand awareness, right? The more specific you can get with your by identifying your ideal client, that dream client of yours, um, the better you'll be at the better your message will resonate, the deeper your message will resonate with your ideal client. Okay, so it's not just like female 34 to 54 lives in Nebraska. Like those are surfacey things that are somewhat important, but you really need to get into their psychology of what's happening. You need to define the characteristics, right, of who they are, their pain points and their goals, their desires, and stuff like that, right? So if you're a service provider, describe the specific industries or niches that you excel in, such as helping tech startups or e-commerce maybe, or whatever it is, right? Like who's that niche, right? The key is to understand who your best customers are and what their needs are. Okay. So think about the type of people that you love, that you work best with, that you want to hang out with, right? And who would benefit the most from your service. Okay, so demographics, yes, define the age, gender, location, and other relevant demographic factors of your ideal client. But then there's the psychographics, right? Explore their interests, their values, their motivations, and their pain points and their desires, right? Well, I guess that's motivations too, right? Like, what are their aspirations and what are their fears? And once you understand these things, you can now better speak to their identity, like use that language and the terms that resonate with them. Okay. Addressing their self identification. And this just helps them feel seen and heard and understood. And it creates an instant connection and positions you as someone who gets them, right? So, for example, you can call business owners as ambitious entrepreneurs or visionary leaders to create like a deeper connection. You can use terminology and jargon relevant to their field of business and stuff and words that they would actually use. And another way is to address their dreams and their goals, like knowing them, or showing them, I guess, how your service can help them achieve that success. So look into their needs, their desires, and all that too. So you got to conduct research, right, into the insights into what your ideal client truly wants and needs. So you could do surveys, you could do interviews to uncover these main challenges and the goals of your target audience by doing so. And you can offer the exact solution, right? Because if you don't have this, like nothing else is going to work, right? Like you've got to build everything around that. So you got to get clear on this first. Like we go so deep into this, like over a period of 8 weeks, where we're just like getting so deep, because if we don't get super deep on this, it's just surfacey, right? And then it doesn't position you against that competition, right? And you can also do like a competitor analysis to identify any gaps in the market and potential areas where you can excel. Okay. So now on to the last element, which is how do you help your clients? Okay. Define your high ticket offer. Clearly outline the transformational outcomes that your clients can expect from your service. It's all about the results. I know I say this like every time, every week, right? I mean, it's been a couple weeks, right? So I just went on vacation for 2 weeks and just got back. Hmm. So I've had a good rest, but enjoying the summer and stuff like that. But I'm happy to be back. Anyway, so it's all about the results, though. I know I say this all the time. The price is based on results. Everything's based on results. Okay, your messaging is based on results. How you communicate the outcomes that your clients can expect from your service. Okay. So your offer should deliver exceptional value to your clients. So, for example, instead of simply offering business coaching, you want to specify a high ticket program that promises to double revenue in 90 days or something like that, right? Or if you're a financial strategist, your high ticket offer could be a personalized wealth management plan that helps clients achieve financial independence within 6 months, okay, or less, or something like that, right? So remember that your value proposition should communicate the unique benefits of your service and explain why your ideal client should choose you over a competitor. Okay. So highlight those tangible benefits by emphasizing the concrete advantages and the returns on the investment that the client will experience. And then clearly describe how your service will make their lives better. Okay. Show the specific benefits that they'll get, like saving time, making more money, increased efficiency, or reduced stress, losing 50 pounds, whatever it is, right? You should also anticipate and address potential objections or doubts clients might have about investing in your high ticket offer. Like eliminate any confusion, objections, and ambiguity by using clear and concise language to describe your service and its impact. So clearly state what you do, the results you deliver in a straightforward, term. Okay. You could use visuals, you could use like infographics or charts, okay, to make complex concepts more accessible as well, and using basic language, like avoid jargon and complicated explanations, right? Instead, use really straightforward language that even non-experts can understand. Does that make sense? Because I see a lot of people out there, they're experts in what they do. They're so used to the language that they use, in their community or that they've been using for, 20, 30 years. And they just assume everybody else understands what they're talking about because it's just like, it's like a fish. What do you say? A fish in water doesn't realize he can swim or something like that, right? It's like when you're an expert in something, you've been doing it for so long, sometimes you forget that not everybody understands like all the terms that are common in that community or whatever, right? So just make sure that when you are delivering your message, right, like you're just being very like simplify it. Okay. Dumb it down. I don't, just simplify it. So, um, here's the recap. Okay. So hopefully that'll make sense. Okay. So here's the recap. So here's how to clarify your message and sound different from everybody else in your marketplace. So clearly establish what makes you and your offer special. Okay. Identify and emphasize your unique strengths and expertise that set you apart from the competition, from those competitors. Know your ideal clients, understand your perfect customers and their specific needs to tailor your offerings, and then use language that resonates with them. Okay. Communicate how exactly you can help solve their problem with your amazing high value service that delivers outstanding results. All right. So that's all for today. If what I shared has been helpful for you and you want to know more about how to craft that message that will clearly resonate with your target audience, like if you're feeling like people just aren't responding, especially those ready to buy clients, right? That tells you that your messaging might be off. If you're being fairly consistent with your marketing and nobody's reaching out to you, there's a problem, right? I mean, we get into business, we need clients. Like just can't keep going unless you get these right clients finding you, calling you, and paying you. So if that's happening to you and you're just not really clear on how to get your specific message to resonate with your ideal dream clients, then you can just type the word clarity in the comments here, and I or someone from my team will get back to you with a DM. So hopefully that has been helpful. And I am here every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, either in my Facebook group, the Business Growth Blueprint for High Ticket Services That Sell, or on YouTube on my Heather Blaze channel, my channel, Heather Blaze. So if you like this and you are on YouTube and you'd like to see more of these, get more of this valuable information, you can either come and join the group over there, or you can like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and get notifications, hit the notification button too, I guess. So you can get those notifications when I'm going live. Just going to check if we got any questions here. Anyone have any questions before I wrap up? So yeah, I'm here to help. And if you guys need clarity around any of those things, if people are not reaching out to you the way you want them to be reaching out, or you're getting the wrong people showing up, that can also happen too. It means your message is off, and you might need some help clarifying that. So anyway, I look forward to seeing you next Thursday. If I'm not sick or I'm not traveling, I'm here every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Thanks for joining me. Take care.